let's talk about Fantastic Four. This is Earth 828. What is the regular Marvel world? Earth 616.
Yeah,
what is
616.
it?
No, 616.
All right, this is Earth 828. I was stunned when we get to the end of this movie and they don't move their planet accidentally into the regular Marvel timeline. I was nice.
With it.
It was a great buildup for nothing, honestly. I was like, man, please don't move it. Please don't move it.
I was okay with it.
Honestly, I was expecting them to just go into outer space and be like, what's this? A wormhole. Where are we? We're in New York City in 2025.
Wow.
And Charlie XCX plays or something. I don't know.
Morbius. Fucking Morbius from fucking Loki walks out. Wow. Or Mobius.
You're doing a
Mobius.
You're doing
Mobius.
Yeah. You're doing an Owen. Oh wow. I'm hanging out with Loki. I'm Lightning McQueen. Wow. So this is a 1960s world. It's a Jetsons world. You got flying cars. You got your cool space like UFO tall buildings. But you get it. Still. You've seen the trailers. Sue Storm is pregnant. How soon into the comics run does she get pregnant with Franklin?
Ooh, if I'm not mistaken, I think he shows up in the early mid 90s.
Oh, okay. So it's a long time.
I would say. Yeah.
And she's like, hey, I'm pregnant. And he's like, oh, but I'm a science guy and I don't know how to change a diaper. And then they kiss. But they're allowed to kiss because they're married. The only way you can kiss in Marvel movies is if you're married. You're legally married. But we see the opening news montage, which is really fun. That unloads all the backstory you'll need about the Fantastic Four, and you get stuff like the Mole Man dropping the building into the ground.
Issue 65.
What year was that?
It was early on.
That was the 60s.
It was around. It was still the first issues. They said right here he was introduced relatively early, appearing in issue 65. The comic arc, the Fantastic Four First Steps.
Well, that sucks. You want to have some fun married time without kids, just kind of be cool superheroes together for a while.
They had 4 years.
Okay, I guess 4 years is a pretty good run. But so most of Fantastic Four history has involved this child Franklin, whose name I only learned yesterday.
They also have another daughter.
What? And the son, spoiler alert, becomes a Galactus. That's his destiny.
No, Franklin is powerful, but he does not become Galactus. No,
he actually makes Galactus his herald.
Yep.
So he becomes like Mecha Galactus. He's
he's an Omega mutant. Like
he can create worlds and universes and multiverses, and he can fix them. Anything that Galactus destroys, which we'll probably see later on, how he's gonna go after Shabal. Is that how you say it? Shalabal. He's gonna go after her planet after he gets himself fixed, and so Franklin, I'm assuming, is gonna rebuild every single planet that Galactus has destroyed.
Yeah, but maybe I've been overestimating Galactus. I thought he was like the ultimate bad, the ultimate evil. But again, you can blow on him and he falls over. And apparently a baby grows up to be his boss. And the Silver Surfer who works for him, she can easily defeat him.
He can also like turn his shape shift in a sense. Like he could go tall, short, whatever size he wants.
Who, Franklin?
No,
Galactus? Oh yeah. I think he is supposed to be a big bad. I think they just nuked him a little bit in this film, but I think he is supposed to be a big bad.
We're not done with him. We're not done with him, and we're not done with Silver Surfer.
Yeah,
I would love a Silver Surfer side movie. Honestly,
when you found out the Silver Surfer was a lady, how many riots did you start?
0.
What are they doing to our Silver Surfers? They're turning them woke, bro. It's unacceptable.
I had
Silver Surfers.
I had zero. Like I wasn't mad at all because I've read some of the comics. There's multiple different Silver Surfers. The Silver Surfer that we got, the original, whatever, I can't think of his name right now, but
Norman Rad.
Yeah,
I think it's Randy.
No.
Randy Johnson.
But he's not the only one. There's multiple different ones.
So they're pregnant. And this world, again, it's the 1960s, but with future technology, and their role vis-a-vis the government, because this is America. They do work for, they either work for the United States government or run the United States government or run the world government. They're basically like these sort of this council of dictators who run everything in the world, but everyone loves them. And the movie keeps telling you, we love them so much. And this is when I started to feel like I feel like Disney is like, maybe I'm in like a torture chamber somewhere and they're just showing me this as they poison me. They're showing me, you love Disney. You love us so much. And I'm like, I love Disney. Yes, I love the Fantastic Four. Okay. The whole world gets invested in their baby because they're like, oh, we know it's going to have superpowers. And I realized, like, yeah, I think the world does have a right. Like, I think they should have to get permission to breed. What do you guys think? Should they have like a like an election to see if the Fantastic Four are allowed to have babies? Because that's a lot of new power to add to the world.
Yeah, but then this was just turned into the Handmaid's Tale with superpowers.
Yeah, but I mean, like, if a real person got superpowers in our world, I would hope that you guys would join me in starting a mob to kill them, because we cannot have superpowered individuals in the world. That's not acceptable.
I would say we would have to filter it out. See if
it's the only thing. It's the only way we could. I was on the mob side when they wanted to kill the baby in this movie. Like,
oh my God.
I don't want to kill the baby, but you gotta, you know? Would you kill baby Hitler if you had the chance? You just said he becomes more powerful than Galactus.
Well, I'll tell you what. As someone with Jewish blood, I can't even answer that. Actually, yeah, that's
just do what Don Cheadle did in Avengers Endgame.
Yeah, he's so good. He's so good right there. I love his. And you just did a good job, Neo, doing his pantomiming of a choking out a baby.
We're gonna use it as evidence later. we're gonna deep fake a baby there just in case, you know.
So things are going great for the Fantastic Four. Everyone loves them. As I said earlier, they're kind of past all their struggles. Like Ben Grimm, the thing that I know that defines him is he doesn't like being a big rock monster. But in this movie, he's like, no, everyone loves me. I pick up cars for the kids, and they're like, we love you. And he's like, I love you back. And Natasha Lyonne is hitting on him, and he's like, yeah, you can, yeah, things are going great. They are doing the thing. I know last time we talked about Thunderbolts, this recurring bit in superhero movies of like catchphrase humor. Say the catchphrase. What's my catchphrase going to be? Well, you'll be happy to hear it's still in this movie. Everybody's telling him, say the line, say it's clobbering time. And he's like, I don't wanna.
I love that. That was like one of my favorite parts. That and him going curveball. I busted out laughing at that shit.
Yeah, we get like 2 scenes of Natasha Lyonne, who in real life just started an AI company, a company to like help movies make AI. So she's added to my list. Someone who I've only had good feelings about up until now. But yeah, she's around for 2 scenes, and he's like, hey, the world's in and I want to spend time with you now. But that's later. All right, things are going great, but then what do you know? The Silver Surfer shows up, and I think it's really well done. I think I remember seeing the trailer for the 2007 Fantastic Four: Rise of the Silver Surfer movie, having no idea about the Silver Surfer or anything, and they just show the Silver Surfer arriving, and I was like, "Whoa, that looks awesome!" For some reason, the Silver Surfer showing up on Earth is always cool. And it's really cool here.
Yeah. I mean, we also got in that movie one of the coolest shots ever, which was the tunnel sequence of Johnny chasing after the Silver Surfer and him just being like, whoop. Like, that was so cool.
That was pretty cool.
It was surreal watching these movies in quick succession, how many scenes are in those earlier movies and then are in this movie. And I realize they're just taking directly things from the comic books, but it is crazy to watch 2 movies in one day where Johnny Storm chases after the Silver Surfer and then, you know, he is like, go away. Exact same things happen both times.
Shoo.
Yeah, they definitely have their similarities, I would say, in that aspect. They definitely do.
Julia Garner is playing the Silver Surfer, and you know, she shows up on her surfboard, she hangs 10, she shouts cowabunga. What do we think of her? What do we think of her design?
they definitely perfected it, because when they first showed it in the first trailer, I believe it looked horrible. I remember everyone like saying, "Oh, the 2007 version of the Silver Surfer looked better," but I guess as production went on, they definitely defined it and got better. So
it looks a little more textured. I thought that there was some improvement from the trailer to the movie. Oh, you know what? Here's a thing I will compliment this movie about. I think that the design of the Thing, the CGI of the Thing is great. They did a great job. And I thought that the practical suit for Ben Grimm in the 2000s movies was great. And you watch that and you're like, God, imagine if we had 20 years of progress of makeup and costumes, how good a practical costume would look in 2025. And I think it would look good. But this looks really good too. So good job to the VFX artists there. But what do you guys think of just the Silver Surfer's arc in this movie? Because I really feel like she gets a raw deal. In terms of like how much time she's on screen, in terms of what we understand about her, and then the role she plays at the end of the movie, it seems very, very abrupt.
I can agree with that. I would have liked more story of her. But I mean, I was satisfied with what we got. I felt it was enough for me to understand this character and what this character is doing. She's not doing this because she wants to. She's doing this because she needs to save her people, and I feel for that. I think that's a great character, and I thought also the design is spectacular. And Julie Garner I've been a fan of her since Ozark.
I would say that it due to how quick the pacing is, I would say it was a bit rushed. We do get a general idea of how she became the Herald. Her clearly not wanting to be, and that connection with Johnny that they allowed her to have, I guess that sort of built on that. But yeah, I would say I wish they gave her a little bit more depth.
The Silver Surfer has like a long comic history that's like post Galactus. Like I'm saying he because he's traditionally right. Not just like tied to Galactus, right? Correct. But the way you have to introduce the Surfer is as the Herald of Galactus. So it's almost like this is the kind of character you'd want to get like one solo movie and then get them with the Galactus character. But that's just not how it works with the role that they play.
That would be an interesting choice, honestly. I think kind of what Kota was saying, they should get a spin-off kind of type deal for the Silver Surfer. So maybe I also just I have no idea what her powers are. I have no idea what she can do just from watching this movie. Yeah, I think the power set does go pretty deep. I don't know off the top of my head. Obviously, there's cosmic powers, but off the top of my head, I don't know. Kota, do you?
I mean, not too much. Not about her.
Silver Surfer in general, I would say.
I don't. Well, they're all different. If I'm correct, they're all from different planets and such. That each one of them that's ever been a herald for Galactus. But I'm not 100% certain.
All right, well, turn around and get on your chalkboard and start working this out, okay?
And flex your hand out all the way.
I've always liked the Silver Surfer. I find the Silver Surfer a fascinating character, and I think I just realized it while watching the movie. You know what it is? It's that I know I would end up being the Silver Surfer. I would end up working for the most evil person in the universe. I would be complicit in genocide and murder, but afterward I'd be like, but guys, I feel really bad about it. I know that's what I would end up doing. It's like so many people who end up working, who do bad things, and they're like, but I feel really, really bad. I'm really a good guy at heart.
Yep.
Until eventually he fired me because I'd never quit voluntarily. But yeah, the Silver Surfer arrives. Use this time to rejoice. Celebrate, for your time is short. I herald your end. I herald Galactus. Galactus is coming. He's going to eat your planet. He's going to eat it right up. Your planet is doomed. And so Reed Richards is like, oh, okay, I'll go do some science shit. I'll track. Well, look at all these planets in the universe. Look, that planet used to be there. Now it's not. Now that planet should have been there. Now it's gone. Okay, I'm sensing a pattern. He's just so smart. He knows we got to go to outer space for some reason. We got to take my pregnant wife into outer space. Why are they going into outer space again?
They wanted to go and try to negotiate with Galactus.
Oh, so they're literally just like, well, let's just go to Galactus before he gets to us. Maybe we can talk him out of it.
Wait, hang on. Are you talking about the first time when they got the powers?
No. After Silver Surfer gives
the first time they went to space to get their powers is because they needed to beat the Russians, the Ruskies.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. I didn't know if that's where you were at. I'm sorry.
No, in the movie, it occurred to me while I was watching the movie, wait, why are they in space? What are they trying to do? But it is literally like, hey, maybe he'll like us. Maybe we could be really persuasive. Galactus, come on, Earth's really special. It's actually not special at all. There's literally a number after our Earth to indicate how not special it is.
Yep.
They go into outer space and we meet Galactus. Did you guys think about, what do you think of the Galactus design? I have no good screenshots of Galactus because they haven't really been put online.
I love it. I thought it's, again, that aspect of awe and wonder. When I first saw it, I was like, whoa. I was really impressed.
I thought going practical and not CGI on the look. I mean, of course, there's CGI to expand him and all that, but practical over CGI was a freaking plus. I thought that the whole design was amazing.
Agreed.
And it is such a silly character design that I'm glad that they just went for it.
Yeah.
Because there was like this thinking. I know that in 2007 it was to save money, but I'm sure there was also like studio executives were like, look at him, we can't show this in our movie. They're not going to take us seriously. Because that was in the era of like the X-Men can't have brightly colored costumes and stuff. People won't take you seriously.
Correct.
And Johnny Storm has to snowboard and do extreme sports. That's how people will think that he's cool.
Yep. And the rock music.
They go and they meet Galactus, and the Silver Surfer's like, you shouldn't have come. And they're like, yeah, but we're here anyway. And they find out he's targeted their world because they know that she is pregnant. Sue Storm is pregnant with the child who is destined to be something or other. And he says, you carry the power to save your world inside her, the child. He hungers. The Galactus is motivated by hunger, and the child will be too. And so they set up the trolley problem. I'll spare your world in exchange for the boy. And they're like, no way. We're not making that change. Yeah. So the basic dilemma of the movie is Galactus is pretty simple. I admire how simple this is. Is Galactus knows your baby's a threat to me, and you give that baby over to me right now. We do a little Don Cheadle from Avengers Endgame.
Quite the opposite, though. He wasn't afraid of Franklin. Going back to what Kota and I were saying about Franklin's powers before, about being able to create universes and worlds. So if you recall, Galactus says that the child will be able to satisfy his hunger, his eternal hunger. So essentially, he'd just be using Franklin to create worlds that Galactus could eat without having to worry about, I guess, killing inhabited worlds.
Because he even says it in the movie. He has the power to suffice his hunger that the Silver Surfer or anybody else can't. The power that he has can suffice his hunger for millions of years, so he doesn't have to eat planets anymore, and everybody can go about their happy lives. Because he's like space Ozempic in a way. I'm not going to be hungry all the time. I'm not going to be controlled by my hunger. He doesn't fully know what his power is. Nobody does. I mean, if you read the comics, you do, but like nobody knows his power because he's not. In a sense, he wasn't born yet. He hasn't seen his power. He just knows like this baby's got something. You know, when he was flicking him with his, that was actually pretty cool.
All right, so it's not even murder. It's not even will I sacrifice my baby. It's like he might be a good dad. You know.
I don't think so, though.
I didn't think about it that way, but yeah.
But yeah, in a sense, yeah.
See what happens. We can have more babies. And maybe we can have visitation. We'll set up some sort of baby sharing arrangement.
They
piss off Galactus. They piss off Galactus, and the Silver Surfer says he will eat your planet slowly while your child watches. And then they have, I think, a pretty bad CGI fight where they just like crash into each other, and you can't really see it very well.
Are you talking about the chase?
Yeah.
I thought the chase was pretty awesome.
Well, there's two components to the chase. There's like them getting to their ship, and then the Silver Surfer chases them. while Sue is going into labor. Yeah. And why is the surfer chasing them? Because they're just going back to Earth.
Because I believe the Silver Surfer was trying to grab Franklin out of once Sue gave birth.
Okay. All right, well, just wait. He'll have him on Earth, and you get him there. But it's fine. So he has to give birth while they're hurtling through space, and they have a bunch of like mumbo jumbo, but like, oh, we'll ping pong around that star, and there'll be time dilation, and she'll get caught in a vortex, and she successfully delivers a baby in space right here, and they have a baby. And this baby looks totally normal, except for a 666 tattoo on its forehead. But we can look past that. They reveal this baby hand, and it's like the fattest baby hand I've ever seen. But then they pick up the baby, and it's like a 4-month-old CGI baby.
I was literally going to be like, have you never seen a baby's hand? But I forgot you have kids, so yeah, you have.
Is that the thing? Did she give birth to a thing? Shouldn't she have given birth to a thing? Wouldn't that have been hilarious and adorable?
That would have been
a
little rock baby.
It just comes out of a pebble.
Yeah, pebble. Just one single little pebble with eyes.
Skipping stone.
Oh man!
And I was so expecting them to get back to Earth and it be different. That they do something around the time, the black hole or the wormhole or whatever they did, and I was expecting them to have fucked up the space-time continuum and they get back to Earth and Tony Stark is there or whatever. But it's the same. And I do like their mob, and they're like, "Tell us how you defeated Galactus." And they're like, okay. The thing about it is we didn't.
And it's been a month and a half too. I don't know if you heard that part too in the movie. Because when they were doing the black hole, he said she'll get stuck in that she'll get stuck, and it will take us a month and a half technically to get ourselves out of it. And so when they got out of it, got home, it was like a month and a half. They're like, where you been for the last month and a half? Blah blah blah. Like,
must have been busy, huh? You got a baby. Looks like you got a very old baby now. And again, this thing with the Fantastic Four, me not knowing what are they part of the government? Are they the dictators of the Earth? Why are they having a press conference? Who do they work for? Who do they report to? We just have to accept that they're good people and will give us answers. They ask like, okay, so how did it go? And they're like, listen, it didn't go great, but we're going to figure it out. We promise. The thing about Galactus is he asked a price that was too high. And everybody's like, well, how high a price? And they're like, ooh, our baby. But we're not giving up our baby. But then, like, right away, a mob forms. Like, give her the baby.
Yeah, the mob that you said you would join, you monster.
I'd be hating that fucking mob.
Let's go, baby! Throw it far!
I would have said none ya business.
Just wanted to say hi to my boys. Hi to my fellas.
We're busy.
You're busy doing boy stuff.
Talking about important stuff.
Doing boy stuff with your brains.
Yeah, we're doing boy stuff with our brains.
Oh, with your pea brains. I thought I was gonna say penis.
Go away. Lacey, you'll be happy to know that the girl character in the Fantastic Four, here's what she does. She has a baby, and then once she has the baby, she tells her husband, "You're not paying enough attention to me."
Oh, thank God.
That's her arc.
Does she put makeup on the baby?
She does not put makeup on the baby, but she changes a hell of a diaper.
Why don't you go ahead and tell her what side you would have been on, huh? Go ahead and tell her about sacrificing the baby.
No, she'd be on my side. She'd be on my side. Well, she'd be like the Silver Surfer. Like, we had to kill the baby, but I feel really bad about it, and I have bad dreams about it. But
yes,
I do it again.
That would be lazy.
Yeah. And we're not allowed to bring it up. We're not allowed to bring up the time we killed
No,
the
you
baby.
can't. You can't bring that up at all. You just better put that away.
So Reed Richards is like, oh, I know. I have a plan. We'll do Archimedes. He has a lever, and we can move the Earth. We'll move the Earth. I actually love this, and I love how stupid it is. We'll use a lever to move the Earth to a different part of the universe where he won't be able to find us. Cool. I like that. That's also something that happened in Lost in season 4. They moved the island. There's like a newly formed Galactus cult down on Earth. This is another thing. Disney Plus, like maybe a streaming series about the Galactus cult. I might consider watching that. I probably wouldn't, but I would at least be like, hey, that sounds interesting. There's like economic unrest, but I mean, like at this point, people would just be like eating each other on the streets. like a giant space god's going to come eat our world. Not if I have anything to say about it. And yeah, there's no society anymore, but people are just calmly going on TV and they're like, and what do you think about Galactus? And what do you think? Should we kill the baby? Should we not kill the baby?
I will say though, my one gripe with the movie is the fact that the Samaritans or subterranean people. That you're telling me that about, I don't know how thick the concrete would be, but that could withstand Galactus's fat fucking foot. You're telling me that city would be crushed?
Yeah, it thumps them, but you see that they're like, oh, that was a big one. Okay. And then he just safely glides past. They're like, okay,
all those
that's
holes,
good.
Dude, that shit would have been caved in by now.
No, we used to build stuff in this country. God damn it.
Yeah, and look at us now. We got volcanoes and tsunamis and shit.
Yeah, that wouldn't be happening on Earth 616.
No, it wouldn't.
Or which one is this? Earth FF. Earth 828.
828.
How much time is supposed to have passed though from the time they get back to Earth?
Well, it says a month and a half, but did they really live that month and a half, or did they just live those?
No, I'm saying, but as soon as they land on the Earth, it seems like it's only a few days that pass by the time the end of the movie arrives. Even though, again, the baby is now 17 months old. It speaks, can read, like basic.
That's actually a
criticism I heard. Have you seen his mom and dad? I mean, dude's smart. Of course, he's reading that before he can speak.
He knows how to grow real fast. No, I actually don't care. There are people who when they see I know you can't actually show a newborn. Newborns are tiny.
Yeah. Well, that was 100% a real baby the whole time. The only CGI. Well, the only CGI parts is like when the thing and shit was holding the baby.
Yes, correct. That
cannot be the only time. There's tons of CGI squishy baby.
Okay, buddy, listen here. I'm just going off of what I was reading beforehand. All right.
Because there's a thing where Pedro Pascal is clearly not holding a baby. He's like, oh, here is my baby. I hand to you now. It's hard to find a good baby actor these days.
Yeah. Vanessa Kirby said that the baby was 100% real the whole time, but no.
That's what I read.
There is definitely moments where it's CGI. One, obviously, when she gives birth. Two, when the thing is holding
that part was definitely CG.
Yeah. So yes, there were definitely moments, but I would say the majority of the time there was an actual baby.
The baby emoting on her at the end of the movie, though, that's CGI. You can't get a baby to do that.
Wait, the baby was emoting? What did I miss?
Yeah, like smiling and stuff and going.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, you could train it like a dog. I mean, hey, you want to
give it a prod,
ring a bell in front of its face. Hey, look
small
up here.
Electrical shock, yeah.
Smile, little shithead.
Hey, they at least did a better job than Twilight did with the baby.
Let's not. Why we got to bring that up?
Renesmee. No, but yeah, they've been doing this to kid actors since The Little Rascals, and it's always been fine. But there's like, I guess this is where I started to get annoyed with the movie, because they're like, the Reed and Sue stuff is like, we need to come up with some drama. So Sue's like, you're thinking of murdering our baby? And he's like, oh, I didn't say that. And she's like, but you thought it, you bastard. He's like, no, I didn't think it. I just thought about thinking it. It's my job to think about things. Meanwhile, the mob is gathering. This is straight out of the Simpsons episode with the teddy bear Bobo and Mr. Burns is demanding it back from Maggie. And he cancels all of the television in town, so an angry mob gathers. I would have again been leading this angry mob, but then just like in The Simpsons, Vanessa Kirby takes her baby and she goes outside and gives a speech. This is my baby, Franklin. You will all love my baby. And they're like, oh, it's a sweet baby. And then she's like, we will get through all of this together as a family. You will help.
She also did say that. That's the serious one. She said that she wouldn't trade either one. So
yeah, but they keep saying this, like, everybody, all of our fans, you're all in this with us. You're so valuable. Here's what we need you to do: turn off the lights when we say so, and please evacuate to the underground tunnels. Oh no, you're helping. Really, you're helping. You were just as big a part of this as we were. That's so good of you to help. That's so nice.
Technically, they were by helping them build the.
Yeah, they built the fucking
tunnels,
the lever,
the bridges. Yeah.
Oh no, there was a corrupt giveaway to contractors. Come on, that's a classic like American grift. this is but yeah, she gets the crowd. Now the crowd's like, okay, we don't actually want to kill that baby. We'll think of something. Reed will think of something. Reed finalizes he's like, I saw season 4 of Lost. They moved the island and we can move the earth. Everyone, but he goes on TV and he's like, everyone has to do their part and pitch in and conserve power. And so they just sort of jump past the point where everybody's now built these bridge things. They're going to build these teleporters all around the world and teleport the earth. I kind of like how dumb and like classic sci-fi this is. It's like, don't worry about it. The science, look at all the stuff he did on the chalkboard. This all makes sense. I promise. I noticed there was a list of countries on their list of like, of these countries checked in, there's an East and West Germany. So the Cold War, I guess, is going on in this world, but we don't hear anything about that.
Good catch. I didn't notice that.
Did you also catch, oh my God. Yeah, it's Von Doom's island, that his little
Latveria.
There we go. That's the name.
That's at the beginning.
I know. I just wanted to bring that up.
Yeah, he's not present at the United Nations. He's like, no, thanks. We're not going.
He's too cool for that. He's plotting the plot of pulling a Taken and taking the kid.
Well, he sure does take a long time. It takes 4 years for him to plan it.
I mean,
and his plan is I just go into their living room and take the child.
No, he's sweet. He was sweet talking him right there. He was like, "Oh, little boy, how are you?"
God, Robert Downey Jr.'s accent work is atrocious. If you've ever seen Dr. Dolittle or the Sherlock Holmes movies,
hey, the Sherlock Holmes movies are fantastic. You son of a bitch.
But his accent is not good.
I mean, but the movies are fantastic.
They're fun. I like those movies. At least I like the first one. Been a long time since I've seen it.
Yeah,
it's Guy Ritchie movie, so there's some boxing. Oh, Sherlock Holmes is a boxer, mate.
And the boxing scenes are pretty dope.
So where are we? Oh, so this is like the Roland Emmerich movie where they're like, okay, we're going to build a Noah's Ark for the whole world. Okay, good. And everybody pitches in, but then damn it, that darn Silver Surfer arrives just in time to wreck the plan and destroys all of the bridges. But while all of this has been going on, Johnny Storm is like, guys, I know you think I'm like the badass, like snowboarding one, but I actually have like thoughts and like interests. Like I like foreign languages and I've been trying to decipher the Silver Surfer language. And I think I figured it out. So he clicks a button on his remote and on TV screens all around the world, they start playing Silver Surfer language. And the Silver Surfer is like, oh, my language. And he's like, that's right. I know that you come from somewhere else. And she's like, how did you know? And then she tells her story to him. I was on a planet once and Galactus was going to come eat me. And I was like, I'll work for you if you don't kill my family. And he was like, yeah, great. Come work for me. And she did. But again, she feels real bad about it. Really, really bad about it. And Johnny Storm is like, maybe it's not enough to just feel bad about something. Maybe you have to stop doing something. I'm talking right now to the president of the United States. And he's like, maybe we should do something about it. And she's like, maybe I will, but not right now. Maybe I'll do it like at the end of the movie. And it's like, okay, cool.
I love your Cliff Notes versions of that.
Thank you. So
speech.
So what happens then? Does just like Galactus? So I don't understand what the Mole Man is. I thought the Mole Man was like a big green blobby guy, but he's a man.
No, he's a man.
He's an actual man. Yeah,
he's a digger. He lives underground. They have a whole mole man and not mole man, but mole village people
creatures. Yeah. No, the green monster that comes out in the first issue is just one of the creatures that lives underground.
Yeah, it's just a creature that they fought in the very first issue of Fantastic Four.
And I just read this 2 days ago. Well, does that happen in the first issue? Do we meet the man himself?
Mole Man, he's in the early run. I don't know exactly where, but he's in the early run. The dude, I can't think. I always forget the guy that plays him, but the costume design and him were spot on as Mole
Paul
Man.
Walter Hauser, the great.
There we go. Paul Walter
Hauser. Everybody see Richard Jewell. What a wonderful movie, Richard Jewell.
Great movie.
Great movie about a loser. We need more movies about losers.
Losers.
So they do a mass evacuation of Manhattan, or whatever. This is New York, right? Because they have the Statue of Liberty. Neo is pointing at a comic book.
Looks
as
like
if
Satan.
I could see it.
That's Mo Man. So yeah, they did meet him
In that first issue.
Yeah.
Well, I feel foolish. The mole man, he's like, we're enemies, but I'll help you save the world. So everybody moves into his underground caverns. They evacuate 12 million people out of New York City over the course of a couple hours. Don't leave a single person behind, so that when buildings get stomped on and torn to shreds and knocked over, don't worry, not a single person is left over in any of those buildings later on.
They did it in Superman too.
That is true. They did evacuate. There's a lot of similarities between the.
Oh
the
yeah,
two
very,
films.
very, very much so. I love them just both.
My favorite version of the "Don't worry, there are no civilians" is the movie we just covered on the show, Fast and Furious 5.
Oh God!
When they're dragging a safe through the streets of Rio, and they're like, and cops are like getting hit left and right, and on the walkie-talkie, Jordana Brewster is like, guys, every crooked cop in Brazil is on your tail right now. So she's just letting you know those cops, they're all corrupt. So it's okay if they die. Because they took a small bribe.
Also.
Galactus arrives and he's purple. I was surprised they let him be purple. That's nice.
Mm-hmm.
And he like looks at the Statue of Liberty and gives it like a double take.
It's like you're tiny.
Yeah, compared to
I'm bigger
me,
than you.
I'm so giant. And
it's kind of like, oh, this is what you're worshiping.
Wait, what?
It's kind of like, oh, this is what they worship here, this statue kind of thing.
They worship Lady Liberty. Well, they actually worship the Fantastic Four.
Freedom
on this planet. So that's what liberty is the freedom to worship, to adore the Fantastic Four. But their plan is like, all right, we're just going to leave Franklin as bait in the middle of the street, and we'll swap him out at the last second, and Galactus will accidentally end up in the one teleporter we have left over, and we'll send Galactus to another part of the universe. We were thinking too big. Move the planet? No, we'll just move Galactus. Yes, that's easy. The problem is we only have 37 seconds to do it. That's as long as we can hold the perimeters or whatever.
Yeah.
All right. So they throw some fire in his eyes so that he can't tell the difference between a baby seat that doesn't have a baby in it and one that does, because they swap out the baby, and he's like, oh, my eyes. And then he's like, oh, okay, that's probably a baby down there. And he's about to go pick up the baby, but then he stops and he says he calls them clever little bugs. Yeah. And then he turns and he scans looking for Franklin, and he finds Franklin back at the Baxter building. And then Sue Storm is very helpfully like, oh no, he's going to go get Franklin. Yeah, I know. And so he goes over like this is all happening within 37 seconds, walks across town to the Baxter building, gets the baby, and then walks back, and then they chase after him. I think this is like the first time you actually see Mr. Incredible or Mr. Fantastic do stretchy stuff. He does very little stretchy stuff. And I think we are still not good at showing a man stretch, at least arm stretching. I think that when Galactus pulls him apart like a bug, that looked pretty good.
Yeah.
Well, all this wasn't like they had 37 seconds to do this. It was like once they flip the switch, they have 37 seconds before it closes. So they have to keep them in there for 37 seconds.
But they hadn't activated this.
Yeah, they haven't activated it until they actually got him in there the second time when she was pushing him with her force.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah. Also, real quick to your point, Matt, I thought it was a pretty good. The fact that when Mr. Fantastic is about to get onto Galactus's back and they kind of slow it down, kind of to show the emphasis on his powers, I thought it was pretty good. No?
I mean, there wasn't much in the movie that he needed to use his stretchy powers for until the end, really.
They had the little montages when he did, like during the first montage,
when he's like doing the chalkboard and shit.
No, even when they're first showing the first.
I got you.
Years.
I got you.
But it's like his superpower is he's smart, and he had that beforehand. Mm-hmm. He's like Batman with being rich. My superpower is I got a real good brain.
That's all you need in this world.
And it is. I do think it's funny with Mrs. Invisible is with Sue Storm is like they're like her power is she's the invisible woman. She can go invisible, and then they quickly realize that's not that useful. Oh well, she can do force fields, and it's like oh well, then she could do anything, and indeed she force fields and pushes over Galactus.
Yeah, I'm telling you, Matt. You'll see later on if they actually adapt a lot of her full abilities that she has in the comic books. You'll see a lot more than just force pushes and such.
Like what are we talking? Like
she can. So at least in the 2005 Fantastic Four, Jessica Alba actually says she can put a force field within someone's body and make them expand. So
she can. She's and there's I don't remember which villain it is, but there's a comic strip where she kills Deadpool. She kills Deadpool. So in the Deadpool Kills the Universe comics, she kills Deadpool by force fielding his head and exploding his head.
Yeah. Obviously, you can't kill him though.
Yeah, no, he comes right back. But yeah, she explodes his head by creating a force field bubble inside of his brain, pretty much, and just expanded it. She's dude. There's some dark arches with her and the family.
She can do some shit. Well, I mean, like she could do some shit here. She defeats Galactus by shooting, rainbow beams at him. He's like, oh no. And they're like, we did it, yay. Oh no, he pops right back out of the thing again. And then would you know it, the Silver Surfer arrives just in time to, well, no, Johnny Storm's like, I'm going to be a hero now and sacrifice myself. Tell my nephew, I think his name is Franklin, your uncle loves you, Frank. And then the Silver Surfer arrives and pushes him out of the way. And she's like, I'm, cowabunga, and pushes Thanos or Galactus into the thing. The wormhole collapses. Bada bing, bada boom. Job well done. Oh shit, Sue Storm is dead.
She hits him with the Finding Nemo. Righteous.
If you're gonna hurl, do it down there, dude. So Sue Storm is lying dead on the ground. I was surprised at how long they let this play out. Because I don't know anything about this story, but I'm like, she's not dead. Oh man, this is going on a while. I mean, they're really doing a CPR scene. Reed, give it up, man. No, I won't give it up. My wife, God damn it. Come on. But it doesn't work. Now, this also happens in Fantastic Four 2007, where Jessica Alba lies dead on the ground. They're like, no, she's dead. And she's like, no, I'm not. Here I am. But this time, the CGI baby crawls up her and like gives her some baby breath, and she wakes up.
Yep.
And but now she's the Dark Phoenix, and they're gonna have to deal with that.
That's great.
So then, they give a press conference where they're like, we did it, we're the best, you love us so much, you love us, tell us how much you love us, you sick fucks. But then they get like a call on their watch and they're like, oh, we gotta go save the day. And then guys, men don't know how to put a baby seat in a car, and the three guys, they start bickering. No, you put it like no, and then Vanessa Kirby's just like, those are my boys, and that's the end of the movie. Oh wait, no, there's a post-credit sequence. 4 years later. You always have to jump way ahead. You always have to do a time jump in these post-credit scenes because the actors, this is 9 months later that you're filming with the actor, and they have a totally different look. So it's 4 years later, and Vanessa Kirby is reading books to her child, like The Very Hungry Caterpillar. It's interesting that on this Earth, The Very Hungry Caterpillar also came out, even though there's like jets and cars and stuff. But she like goes to the bathroom and then comes back out, and there's a Dr. Doom is with her baby, and that's there's
a lot of theories as to those books that she was actually reading to Franklin, and to show you that just how not just how smart he is, but just like how advanced he is and his powers and shit. Well, she was reading The Very Hungry Caterpillar, and then when she went to go get another book, Herbie went to go hand her a book about I think it was Charles Darwin, it was Darwin, Survival of the Fittest. And then she grabbed another book called like something about a fly, and all those books have meanings to like cause and effect and just different interpretations of that, and being ahead of the species lane, being the top predator and all that such. Like it's It's all it's all in it's all in the hips, man.
So it really does sound like he's an evil bad guy. He's obsessed with, he's like a eugenicist. He's like, no, I'm the top of the species. It's my destiny to rule the universe.
I mean, he can pull a Chronicle. He could pull a Chronicle and go bad and then realize later on, oh, shit. You see?
I shouldn't have done that. Final thoughts on the film. Let's start with Kota.
Oh, man. Again, love it. I loved everything about this movie. It's a wholesome movie with no killing babies. You monster. Yeah. I gave it I think on Letterboxd I gave it a 4 out of 5.
Even though this conversation has poked a little bit of holes in it, which I'm all okay with, I still love the film. I actually gave it a 4.5 out of 5 rating because I have how much I loved it and how it made me feel, and I want to see this group continue on, and I can't wait.
Sure. Yes. I don't think we've said the names of Ebon, the actor who plays the Thing. Who is he?
So that's Ebon Moss-Bachrach.
Okay, yes. And the actor who plays Johnny?
Joseph Quinn.
Okay. And like they're all good. I feel like this is not a great script. I don't think the fun is there, and this is a better movie than those 2000s Tim Story movies, but those movies did have a sort of joy of discovery of what you can do with your powers, and a joy of, the bickering and the using their powers against each other. And that I don't see here. And, if I'm too critical of Marvel, like my defense to that is like Disney is the biggest, most monopolistic movie company in the history of the universe, and they're only getting bigger. And Warner Brothers laid off 20% of its staff today. They are putting up a big giant for sale sign. They're saying, come eat us, Galactus, please. And so, I'm watching this movie seeing like, yeah, Disney, Marvel, you are Galactus. You are just devouring everything. And I think you have all the resources. I'm going to approach you with even more skepticism. And it's like, because I've seen what like superhero movies like James Gunn's Suicide Squad can do, where I think they have a much better version of a big giant monster attacking a city. I'm going to judge it against the best examples from the genre. I kind of ended up feeling exactly about this the way I did about Thunderbolts, which is like, this is a competently made movie. It's a fun enough time. It goes down real smooth, but I am just personally really souring on superhero movies. And so I ask a lot of them to really win me over. And I ask a lot of CGI blockbusters. Like, I know not every movie can be Avatar and not every director is James Cameron, but you can try. You have the money. 2.5 stars. I don't know, but I had fun talking about it, and I'm genuinely happy when people love a movie, and I'm very happy that it's a hit. I love that people are excited to go to the movies, and I went to the movies last night on Tuesday night, and the theater was packed. It was crazy.
I was gonna ask you that. Was your theater sold out also? Mine was too, but well, it wasn't sold out. I will say that when I went and saw Superman, I think it was not. It might have been last week or the week before on a Tuesday. That was completely sold out.
It wasn't sold out, but both times, Superman on a Tuesday night, Fantastic Four on a Tuesday night, 8:00 on a Tuesday night, both times, the theater's like, there's tons of people in the theater. The parking lot is tons of cars. My theater parking lot is a sad desert normally. Every time I go there.
It's discount Tuesdays. Usually every theater has discount Tuesdays. That's the cheapest day to go see a movie. And for newer releases, I know for newer releases, it's usually like, for me, I pay like $8.50 a ticket, and then for like older, not older movies, but like ones that have been past the week mark, that it's usually like $5.50.
Yeah, it was $6 for me. I remember seeing Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness in 2022 when the Avatar Way of Water trailer played, and this movie had the Avatar trailer ahead of it, and I think both trailers were kind of underwhelming. But the same thing happened both times. The Avatar imagery comes on screen, and people in the crowd are like, "Oh, Avatar."
Everyone loves it. Yeah.
Like, there's always been this joke on the internet that nobody cares about Avatar, but like, people care deeply about Avatar. Yeah. It's just not in the ways that they care about other franchises. They feel it in their gut.
I feel like even though I saw the trailer beforehand, I was like the only one in my theater that was kind of like hyped to watch that trailer. Like
Really?
it may have felt underwhelming to you guys, but I think it was like the perfect trailer to get me to want to go see that movie. And I'm not gonna sit here and say like I'm a huge Avatar fan because I'm not the biggest Avatar fan. I own both of them. I've seen them both. I like them, but I'm not like, oh my god, Avatar this. Let me go get my Navi slippers real quick and put my Navi onesie on real fast, you know. But like I like the movies. I mean, it's literally just Pocahontas with blue people. I mean,
What these movies are more than anything is they are movies. And the reason you can't wearing Navi slippers, that's not the point, is to go watch them and experience them and
Maybe
be transported.
but maybe I want to watch them in my Navi slippers. You ever thought about that?
Well,
there,
you can
Matt?
do that. You can do that. You can that.
Definitely do that.
But it's like Lacey doesn't like them either. And she's like, these stories are stupid. And
What?
I have such little patience for this. It's like, one, movies are not about plot. You're criticizing the like one sentence description of what the plot is, but you can do that with any movie. Star Wars is just a dumb space western. Star Wars is just John Ford's The Searchers, but in space. You could do that with any movie. But there's so much more going on in Avatar. It has you rooting for basically terrorists against the American military. That's an amazing trick that James Cameron pulled off. God bless that man. I can't wait for Avatar 3.
I just
Amen to that.
hate that we're not gonna be getting the end of the trilogy until like 2031.
I'm okay
No,
with that.
that's good.
I'm not.
It takes as long as it needs to take.
I'm not gonna be alive that long.
What?
Yeah.
What do
dude.
you think's going to happen?
Volcanoes,
Volcanoes? Okay, yeah, probably.
tsunamis. Fucking, there's an alien heading towards us in November, buddy.
Are you talking about Galactus? Is Galactus coming?
Fucking, it's a 7-mile long, what they thought was a crater. They're like, well, it could be an alien spacecraft. That could be hostile. Somebody in the comment section go,
I've watched 2 Galactus movies in 24 hours, so I can't tell you which movie it is where they're like, we have reports that Galactus has now crossed Mars aerospace. I love that.
That was First Steps.
That was the good movie?
Yeah.
Okay. Galactus has now entered the asteroid belt.
If I remember correctly, in the Rise of the Silver Surfer, I think it was just like they were not even preparing for him. They were just worrying about Silver Surfer, and then all of a sudden, boom, a cloud shows up, and they're like, "Oh shit!" And he's like, "He is here, Galactus."
I will say this for the cloud. I've always heard that the cloud was real dumb. I was expecting it to be much dumber than it actually was. It was not the worst cloud I've ever seen.
Well, when you got in the context of Galactus ain't a fucking cloud.
Exactly.
No, but I don't care about that.
Well, I do. That's why we're here, buddy. That's why we're here.
Offensive.
All right. Guys, I want to thank you for giving 2 hours of your time to talk about the Fantastic Four. And we are the Terrific Three. We are Neophyte Reviews. Find him on TikTok, Neophyte_reviews. And you're also on YouTube and Instagram.
Correct.
Kota, Screen Time Kota. Sorry?
And X as well on Twitter.
You mean Twitter, the little bird app?
Yes.
Okay.
Tweet.
Links to all the tweet.
You can find me on Threads.
Yeah, I am always getting notifications about you doing stuff on Threads, and I always think, what the hell is that?
Every time I post on Facebook or Instagram, it just auto posts on there too, and I keep forgetting until I get a notification of somebody being like, they liked that post. I'm like, who the fuck are these people? Like,
You post on Facebook?
yeah, man.
I do
I fall in line with the government sometimes.
My mom will, I don't know how many times she needs to ask me, did you see what I posted on Facebook? I was like, no, not in years and years and years. But she's going to keep asking. And Screen Time Kota, at Screen Time Kota. Links to both of these gentlemen. Give them your support. They are great movie minds. And thank you. And we'll do it again for the next MCU movie, which is a year from now.
Awesome. Looking forward to it.
Yeah. And everybody, you know the drill. My band is Roll Route 9. We do the music for the Load Bearing Beams. Find us on Apple Music, Spotify, wherever you get your podcast. Wherever you get your music. And that is all. Thank you. We love you. Goodbye, collectors.